We're going to start it again. It's just acted so blippy. Hello, everybody. Hello. It is me, Shannon LaBruyere. I am live and loving it tonight. It is Sunday Night Live, and I cannot wait to dive in and start talking about dreaming. Dreams and dreaming. These are things that I've become passionate about in my adulthood. Hi, Tammy. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. I want to let you guys know that for some reason, every time I try to launch Facebook Live, it ends up acting strange and I have to shut it down and start it back up again. So, Tammy, let me know if it's acting weird. It looks jumpy on my end, and I don't know why. Facebook, just so we all can be on the same page, Facebook changed the way we do Facebook Live. It's a whole different set of controls, and it looks a lot different. Hey, Jerry, glad you're here. Carol, glad you're here. Anyway, you guys, if this is looking funny, because it looks funny to me, I apologize. It's Facebook Live doing a new thing, so I'm trying. But anyway, back to the important stuff. We're going to talk more about dreams tonight. And so for those of you who are keeping track, tonight's hashtag is trust the process. Trust the process. Oh my gosh, Laura's here and everyone else is there as well. So she's watching this in her living room and the family's gathered around. All right, Tammy, I'm glad to hear it looks good. Well done. Thank you for reporting back. I'm just really tickled to be here. I've spent this whole week being excited about the things that you guys are excited about. Some of the dreams that you shared with me last week and in the time since we had Sunday Night Live have just been exhilarating to me, really exciting. And I wonder if you're as excited about your dream as I am. Are you as excited about your dream as I am? So we're not going to take a whole long time ramping up tonight because I have a lot to cover. So if you're ready, we will get started if you're with me. Tonight, we're talking about dreaming, and our hashtag is trust the process because making dreams come true is a process. It doesn't just happen, bam, like that. It doesn't just happen accidentally. It's not something that is, you just fall into it and all of a sudden your dreams come true. No, I mean, there might be one in a million that happens to, but certainly hasn't been me. And it's certainly not a great bet to make. If you're thinking that you're just going to fall into your dreams, I've got a better plan for you. And it really is a process. And that's why tonight's Thrive and Change principle is trust the process. We're going to talk about dreaming. Actually, more specifically, we're going to talk about pursuing our dreams. Are you ready? What is your dream? What is your dream? Some of you shared it with me already last week. Some of you shared it with everybody last week, which was awesome. Some of you had it pop into your head and you know what your dream is, but you aren't quite ready to share it with everybody, and that is okay. In fact, I want you to pat yourself on the back because our dreams aren't for everybody to know all the time. Sometimes it's important for us to guard them. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the reasons why. But it's a good practice before you just go sharing your dreams with anybody that you talk to consider who you're sharing them with. Because sometimes people can kill our dreams before they even get a chance to grow. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Those hearts are always nice, so I know that you can hear and are with me. So feel free. Throw them on there, you guys. All right. What an honor, seriously, to be able to hear your dream, to know your dream, and to help you get to your dream. In fact, that's my dream. I'm living my dream by helping others see theirs and achieve theirs. Some of you thought your dream to yourself and didn't share it, even with me. because you're not ready. And that's okay. You're not ready yet. Dreams are important. We don't need to just share them with anybody. So I want you to give yourself permission to sit with it for a little while, okay? But let me ask you this, whether you've shared your dream with somebody or not, will you achieve it in your lifetime? Will you achieve your dream in your lifetime? I'm sure you hope you will, but will you? Will you actually do it? Will you actually achieve your dream? What are the odds? What are the odds that you give yourself? What are the odds that you give yourself that you're going to achieve your dream? So I see some more people have jumped on. So Jerry Holland is here, and Jerry says, yes, he's going to achieve his dream. Carol says she knows it takes work. Jerry Holland says, bam. And if I'm not mistaken, that means believe a miracle. Bam. And Carol says this, I couldn't share it first, but now it's fine. Isn't that interesting? As we learn to traffic in the language of dreaming, in the possibility of dreaming, as we stay in that place, Carol, we do get more comfortable talking about it, sharing it, and thinking into it, right? So what are the odds that you are going to achieve it? Tammy says she will. Yes, good. Would you give yourself the odds 1 in 5? 1 chance in 5 that you'll get it? 1 chance in 100? Depends on how big it is, maybe. How can you tell whether your chances are good or whether your dream will remain a dream? How can you tell if that dream is going to become a reality, be a part of your life, or if it's going to just remain a dream? Are you willing to put it to the test? Are you willing to see? If you are, give me a thumbs up. Gives me thumbs up or a heart or something that lets me know you're willing to put that dream that you have to the test. Hi, Mary, just jumping on. We're talking about dreams. Are you willing to put your dream to the test? That takes a little bit of risk, doesn't it? That's a little bit of a risky thing to actually take the dream that we've harbored for maybe many years and show it out in the light of day, even if it's just to our own eyes, right? Takes a little bit of risk. So if you're willing, I'm going to give you thumbs up, stars, hearts, congratulations. You are showing courage. And that is something that's so important when we're talking about our dream. We have to have courage. We have to have courage. We'll talk about that more another time. All right, so this is what a dream is, at least the working definition that we're going to work on tonight. So a dream is an inspiring picture of the future. And it energizes us. It energizes our mind. When we think about that, we feel the excitement and it turns something on in our brain where we start thinking, ooh, that's cool. I talked last week about how I didn't dream, how I didn't allow my mind to go there. But when we're really dreaming, it's energizing. And that dream fuels our ability to achieve it. That dream, the energy that we get when we think about it, when we dream it, when we spend time with it and just kind of picture it, that's the fuel that allows it to actually come to pass. I heard from so many of you after last week's Sunday Night Live telling me about your dream. And some of you spoke it out loud for the very first time ever, which was brave and courageous. Some of you were surprised by it. That's interesting to me. And I want you to know that you're not the only person who gets surprised by a dream sometimes. Sometimes we don't even let our conscious mind know what our heart really wants. Sometimes our heart knows better. If I told Shannon, she'd overthink it. I'm sure that my heart on more than one occasion has said, heart, whatever you do, don't tell Shannon's brain because she will bludgeon that dream to death. She will talk you out of it. She will figure out a way, right? So sometimes we're surprised when we get ready to share that dream. But over the next few minutes, just a few tonight, because I don't have days, over the next few minutes, there's not going to be enough time to go over the dream test process. So I want to be clear with you up front from the very start that we can't cover everything there is to know about conquering your dream in this session together. We will, however, cover the reasons people don't identify their dreams. They don't even see them. Carol says she's seeing results for her dream. That is energizing, isn't it? Yeah. What about those of us who aren't seeing results from our dream? We don't even know what it is. We don't even know what it is. So we're going to cover the reasons people don't identify their dreams. And then next week on Sunday Night Live, we're going to go into 2 of the 10 questions on how to test your dream. Are you with me? Thumbs up. Yay. All right, let's go. So many of you know that I am a certified coach and trainer through the John Maxwell team. So Dr. John C. Maxwell is my friend and my mentor. And I appreciate his wisdom and his teaching so much. And I'm going to be sharing with you things that he originated. So you don't have to trust me. You can trust John. This is what we know about Dr. John C. Maxwell, my friend and mentor. He's a New York Times bestselling coach and speaker. He sold over 26 million books in 50 languages. He's my mentor and my friend. He's an internationally respected leadership expert whose philosophy is simple. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Of course, he's sold 26 million books that talk about that one simple premise, right? So he knows his stuff. He is the most influential leadership expert in the world, according to Business Insider and Inc. magazine. And in his book, Put Your Dreams to the Test, Put Your Dreams to the Test, John says this: dreams are valuable commodities. Valuable commodities. Interesting. Dreams are valuable commodities. They propel us forward. They give us energy. They make us enthusiastic. And you know I am. Everyone ought to have a dream, including you, including me. But what if you're not sure whether you have a dream that is even worth pursuing? What if you're not even sure that you have a dream that you want to pursue? What if you don't even know where to start? Because let's face it, many people are not encouraged to dream. In fact, just the opposite, right? Many of us had parents who said, hey, you need to get your head out of the clouds and you need to get to work, right? And the dreaming goes on the back burner. The teachers who said, quit looking out the window and daydreaming. Put your focus back here on these spelling words or whatever. We weren't encouraged to dream. So it's no shock that we're not great at it. So join me in this. I'm not great at it either, but I am getting better every day. And as I get better at it, I see them come to pass. Jerry says she's in class. I am so glad to hear it. Lean in, Jerry. You are going to learn a lot today, and it is going to help you with your dream. Everybody ought to have a dream, but many people are not encouraged to dream. And other people have dreams. They start out with lots of dreams, right? But then they lose hope and they set them aside. Something intervenes. Something gets in their way. There's a hiccup. And that great path to their dream is interrupted. And that's not uncommon either. Some of us have more than one reason why we don't dream. Some of us weren't encouraged to dream. And then our life reality said, don't dream. That was the boat I was in. The reality of my life said, Shannon, do not bother dreaming. You need to settle for whatever you can get because there's no guarantee that tomorrow is going to be better. In fact, it's really likely, this was my life growing up, it's really likely that tomorrow is going to be worse. How many of you know that that does not encourage dreaming? When we don't feel that our dreams have any chance of coming true, that there's no possibility, that we can't even count on whether we're going to have enough food to eat tomorrow, let alone if we're going to become a world famous journalist, right? So know this, many people are not encouraged to dream. Many of us started dreaming, but then we lost hope. Something derailed that. Do you have a dream? I want you to think about that. Do you have a dream? Some of you have already answered that question. I had a dream. I had a dream to do what I love for people who care. And I'm here to tell you that I am living my dream right now, and you are a part of it. And because I have been able to achieve one of my dreams, more than one now, I know that you can achieve yours. And I know I can achieve mine. So if you have never dreamed or never achieved your dream, I want you to know I believe in you. I believe in you because I know that that dream is there for a reason. That dream is there for a reason. You're not just crazy thinking these crazy thoughts. The Wright brothers, Oliver, wait a minute, Orville and Wilbur, not Oliver. Oliver's a different guy. Orville and Wilbur Wright, they invented the airplane. You know what their dad's profession was? He built bicycles. He had a bicycle shop. And you know what Orville and Wilbur Wright's dad told them the whole time they were trying to build an airplane? He told them it would never work. He said, I know mechanics. I know how things work. And what you're talking about can't ever work. You are crazy, he told them. And they could have had a dream that died right there. It was so outlandish, so huge, so mind-boggling to think that people could fly like birds through the sky. Think about how crazy that had to have been. And yet, they were able to do it. And now we do it without even thinking, most of us. Some of us are scared, but usually we do it without even giving it a second thought. We get on that plane and fly to Florida. We go fly and see Mickey Mouse, right? Because a couple of guys had something crazy. You are no different than them. You are no different than they are. I am no different. We can have big dreams and they can come true. But there are some reasons that we don't even identify that dream. And if we don't know them, we might have a dream that never gets realized because we never even see it. So we only have a few minutes left. We're going to talk about them. There's 5 reasons, okay? So I want you to think, do any of these reasons apply to you? The first one is this. This is number 1. People are discouraged from dreaming by others. We call them dream crushers, idea killers, wet blankets. These are people who don't have any dreams of their own. They don't have any dreams of their own, but they also don't want you to have any. Sometimes these people are our relatives. I'm telling the truth, right? Sometimes they're our relatives, and they might have well-meaning reasons for discouraging us from dreaming, but they're not serving us well. They're not serving us well. We are often discouraged from dreaming by other people, and we let that stop us from dreaming. We feel foolish, right? So that's number 1. We're discouraged from dreaming by other people. Reason number 2 is this. We're hindered by past disappointments and hurts. Disappointment is the gap between expectation and reality. Can't do this right on the camera. There is a gap. When we get what we expect, it's success. Yay! We love it. But when we expect one thing and we get something else, this is where the disappointment lies, right in there. And failure is the price we've got to pay for success. That disappointment is part of the process. This is why I say #trust the process. Because when we're talking about dreaming, disappointment and failure is part of the process. And if we don't understand that we will be disappointed and we will fail as we pursue our dream, we fail before we even start because we don't want to have the same mistakes happen to us or the same disappointments happen to us that happened to us before. We're programmed to think those were bad and I don't want this to happen. This is what I'm here to tell you. I want you to know this. Take this to heart. The mistakes and the failures that you had in the past trying to pursue your dream, they don't mean that you don't have a dream. And they don't mean that your dream isn't real. It just means you've got a few ways now that you know you're not going to achieve it. But that doesn't mean you can't. That's why we're talking about this, because you can achieve it. And I want you to know you can. So we're going to go through the process a little bit at a time. Okay. All right. I'll admit 100%, I have let failure and fear of failure get in the way of my dreaming for the future. I have done that. That is one of my weaknesses that I strive to overcome. And I've got ways that I do that. I align myself with people who are filled with faith and hope. And that helps me to continue to pursue my dream when my faith fails and my hope starts to drag. I've got people around me that say, Shannon, you can do it, and cheerlead me on. I spent years never setting a goal to win a prize, never set a goal to win a prize. If I won, it was great, but it was almost by accident because I wasn't working at it because I didn't want to be disappointed. I never tried to win the competition because if I won and I lost, it meant that I was a failure. If I didn't try, I had an excuse, right? How many of us have built excuses around our dreams? Why we don't have them? Well, because, if I'd really tried, I'd have done it, but since I didn't give it my best shot, it's okay that I didn't get it. Well, I'm here to tell you that is nothing but fear of being disappointed and fear of failing. And that gets in our way of achieving our dreams. So are you guys still with me? Anything resonating with you so far? If something does, type it in there. If this is something that you say, oh yeah, I've had people take my dream. I've had people, I was going to say spit on my dream, but I don't know, that's crude, but you know what I'm saying. You've had people who discouraged you from dreaming, maybe. So type it in there. We'll be glad to acknowledge that with you and also acknowledge that you're able to get past it. All right. It is easier to settle than it is to risk being disappointed for many of us. So we don't dream. I would rather settle for less, settle for the mediocre life instead of the abundant life that I've been promised because it's safer to settle. Number 3, that settling leads us to having a habit of settling for average. Settling leads to a habit. It leads to a habit of being average. Dreams require us to stretch. How many of you know that? You can't achieve that dream way over there if you don't get bigger, right? We have to get bigger if we are going to achieve our big dreams. That means we have to stretch. We have to go beyond average. We have to get good at something, and then we have to get great at something. It doesn't take much more to be great, but it does take more. So if you've got a dream, know this. One of the things that may be preventing you from achieving it, from pursuing it, is that you are settling for average, not willing to do the extra work that it takes to get really good at something. Sometimes it's the extra work means we have to get good at taking a risk. Maybe we're not good at that. I will tell you this, you can't reach for a dream and remain safely mediocre at the same time. Hear me now. You cannot reach for this amazing dream and be safe and mediocre. Those two things do not go together. Number 4 is this. Sometimes people lack confidence to pursue dreams. It takes confidence to talk about it, doesn't it? Some of us have kept our dreams secret for years because we weren't confident enough to share it. We didn't want people looking at us and saying, you think you're going to do that? No way. Weren't confident enough to share it. It takes confidence to talk about a dream, and it takes even more confidence to pursue it. And sometimes confidence separates the people who dream and pursue those dreams from those who don't. I want you to know this. You don't have to be confident that you will know everything and execute flawlessly. What you can be confident in is this. You are resilient. You are capable. You are passionate. Those are all things you can control. And when you know that you are resilient, capable, passionate, you can have the confidence to take the first step toward pursuing a dream. Just the first step. You don't have to do it all at once, just the first step. And the last thing, the last step, the last thing that prevents us from pursuing our dreams, sometimes we just lack imagination. Sometimes we lack the imagination to dream. And imagination is the soil that brings a dream to life. What could be? It takes imagination. No matter what our age, no matter what our condition, there are still untapped possibilities within us and new beauty waiting to be born. It is never too late to dream. All right, consider some of these reasons that we've just discussed where you might be struggling with your dream. And I want you to think about what will it take to propel you forward to the next steps of making your dream come true. And in thinking about the answer to that question, I want you to know that there's not just one little simple phrase that makes it all happen. There are actually 10 steps to conquering your dreams, to making them come true. And so next week, we're going to talk about 2 of them. All right? Anybody have some comments? Carol says, you said make your plan and then work your plan. Yes. When it comes to dreaming, if we can tap into a plan and do just the first step, we're working it, right? We don't have to execute it flawlessly. We just have to do the next step. We have everything we need right now to do the next thing that we need to do toward our dream. Anybody else? I'm so glad you guys jumped on. This Facebook format, I do not like it. I'm whining here. I can't see all your comments the way I'm used to. So I'm just going to have to get better at it. So I hope you're all here. I can't see all of you. I just see when you're commenting. So if you haven't commented and said hi, please do. I want to invite you, if you haven't, to either scroll back in the feed to last Sunday's Sunday Night Live or go check it out on my YouTube channel, Shannon LaBruyere, Sunday Night Live. Do a search, you'll find me, and check out last week's video about my story of dreaming. It's going to help set you up for next week when we talk about 2 of the ways that we can put our dream to the test. With that, I say God bless you and I love you and thank you for being here. Take care and I will see you soon. Bye.